They're taking their call for gun control.
Calls for gun reforms have been growing.
On some greater form of gun legislation.
Whether they had the right or not.
The Second Amendment has been a staple in our nation ever since its existence. But with this, guns have changed since 1776, and not all Americans are seeing eye to eye with them.
For decades now, the guns have been majorly misinterpreted by society in a way that makes them seem like they're evil.
To get a better insight on the topic and to find out more, we decided to ask a Marine veteran.
Hello, my name's Mike. I served 7 years in the United States Marine Corps. I believe shootings are more prominent in states that have weaker gun laws. Criminals know when and where people are armed, and they act accordingly. It doesn't take a gun to kill somebody. If somebody wants to kill somebody, they're going to use whatever, a car, a knife, a machete. A gun is just another tool. Put in the wrong hands, could hurt somebody.
I mean, how many times you ever seen a car start itself and run into somebody? How many times you seen a knife jump out and walk out and stab somebody? How many times have you seen, I mean, come on, guns don't kill people. People make bad decisions. People are broken. Unfortunately, in today's society, there is a lack of knowledge, there's a lack of, there's a severe problem with fatherless families, there's a lack of education with guns, there's a problem with mental health, and all of those things add up to guns being in the hands of people that shouldn't have them.
And it would be, it's called concealed carry, where a teacher would have a concealed gun on them. They'd go for special training, and they would be there, and you would no longer have a gun-free zone. Gun-free zone to a maniac, because they're all cowards. A gun-free zone is let's go in and let's attack, because bullets aren't coming back at us. And if you do this, and a lot of people are talking about it, it's certainly a point that we'll discuss, but concealed carry for teachers and for people of talent.
According to the Washington Post, 86% of all mass shootings in America take place in gun-free zones. The reason why was just explained by our president, but let me rephrase it for you so you can understand it better. Having and being inside of a gun-free zone where everyone is knowingly unarmed is basically writing a big target sign on your forehead in the eyes of these shooters. The only way to prevent these things from happening is to completely get rid of gun-free zones and to have more people start to conceal carry. A great example of what I'm trying to explain is what happened in Fort Worth, Texas a few weeks ago at a church.
We begin with those disturbing attacks on religious services. First, the breaking news from Texas, a gunman opening fire inside a church near Fort Worth. The West Freeway Church of Christ live streaming the service as the man seen there at the top stood up from his seat, pulled out a long gun, and fired several times. Other church members right there shooting back. One victim was killed, another in critical condition. The gunman did not survive.
What happened at this church was terrible, but the significance of what happened was there was somebody concealed carrying who immediately took action and fired back. This shooting could have been a massacre with many more lives lost if it weren't for that concealed carrier.
I have experienced firsthand gun violence. I have lost very close friends and family members to gun violence, and I've seen it firsthand. And so I speak from experience. Without a doubt, people kill people. The biggest pro to having guns is why the founding fathers put the Second Amendment into our Constitution. It's for we the people to be able to arm ourselves against a government that is out of control and tyranny. And guns for home protection, guns for hunting, guns for sport, whatever we want our guns for, that's our right. We empower the government doesn't empower us.
You know, guns in America, our Constitution, the Second Amendment states the right to bear arms, and that was established for a reason. That was so that our government could not overthrow our society. It was the right to create a militia. Guns in America are extremely important, not so that we can protect each other and ourselves, it's so that we can protect ourselves from our government.
The one thing I want you to ask yourself after watching this video is one thing. Are guns the problem, or are people the problem?